Four different coaches here. How do you compare this team to some of the other great ones you've seen? And it's actually 2017, which is obviously a little bit different than the other ones.
You know what? What I love about this team, we won this game. Everybody happy, but we know we could be so much better. And we know as we climb the mountaintop, things get harder. And so we got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to make sure we clean up what we did today. But overall, we're gonna enjoy this one. We had goals to win the division, and now that we seen number one spot was on the list, that was another goal of ours. We accomplished that, but we could be so much better. Just from this game alone. We getting some guys back, so that's gonna be key. Big Lane come back. CD and them boys, they did good today. They got a little. They got they foot in a little bit. Jalen was in there. And so, man, I'm just excited for where we can go. If we just keep on taking it one day at a time, one play at a time.
Brandon, you mentioned cleaning up what you did today.
Mm-hmm.
Given the circumstances, given that they didn't play their starters, does it matter? I guess what I'm asking, you've been in situations, when you guys won the Super Bowl, you didn't close the regular season.
Right, the way I know what you're saying. But, we played today. And so we always being critical of ourselves on where we can be better as a team. And it's just those little things that you don't want to get beat on, when we actually, now that everything is for real. And we won and done. So we're just trying to make sure that we take care of business these next 2 weeks, find out who we play, and then get started on it.
T-shirt and hat game, you got the hat on. Those ever get tired for you when you're playing?
Oh no, man! I'll never get tired of that. But I know that's just the first step of what we're trying to accomplish, and we're trying to hold that trophy at the end of the day. Hopefully, I'm at the podium smiling after the Super Bowl. But it's gonna take one game at a time, one play at a time, and one day at a time. And I think that this team is excited for the challenge, and we can't. This week we're gonna work, and then we're gonna get the weekend off. Then we're gonna get ready for what's to come.
Is that Nick's kind of message to you guys that this is just the first step, more to come?
Oh yeah, and as you climb that mountaintop, being at the top, it gets lonely, but you can't get bored with it. You gotta make sure that you stay on point on what you do, and that's the grind of every day. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, did I give everything for my teammates today? Did I give it for the team today? Because we count on everybody, even myself. Just look at myself in the mirror and say, what can I do better to help this team as a leader, of one of the leaders of this team? And the biggest thing is just be me. Like I've been doing. Don't do nothing different. Just make your plays when they come. And so, man, I'm excited because we're in a great position right now, but we gotta take full advantage now that everybody gotta come through us.
You mentioned your leadership. Is there anything different you might say to a younger player? There's a lot of young players in this defensive line group. As someone who's been to the top, where this is their first time, guys who've never won the division before, guys who've never won a playoff game before.
Mm-hmm. You gotta, as we watching the game and when they out there, we rooting them on. I'm watching them, seeing what they doing, making sure they're not pressing for plays. Because sometimes, as a young guy, you want to show that you belong out there, and I get that. But you gotta make sure that you do your job, because that's all we doing. Is just getting off the rock, using our hands, getting off blocks, and making sure we make plays when the ball come our way. And so I watch the young guys all the time, and we always going over adjustments and what I feel like they did good on, and what I feel how they trying to hit us. And so, just trying to teach them as much as I can on the fly. As much as they learn this year, it's always stuff that we all can learn from each other. And so I'm always, just watching them and seeing what I could do, what work, what they doing out there, just so I can kind of implement it on my game to help the team. So I think it's just talking to them as we go along as the game going. But yeah, they've been doing good because we got some young guys that really want to be great. So they really listen to us. So I try to make sure that I give them some good stuff.
Brandon, you're one of a few guys that played for Andy, Doug, and now Nick. What do you think of all three of them being in the playoffs? And do you see any similarities between them?
You know what? The organization always been ran a certain way. It doesn't matter what coach was in there. But I think it started with Andy, and Andy ran it a certain way. And everybody had their own little thing. And I look at Nick as the younger version of it. And he added a little more good stuff to it. It's with Andy, it was more old school. Hard nose, long practices, all that stuff. Nick is about you just trying to make sure we got quality more quality stuff, and just don't waste time as much. And he about those little things, and I think it's them details is a lot more with Nick than I ever had with a coach. We talk about it, but they do it every day, and they always get on us about it. So I can't do nothing but respect it. And but they are great coaches, all fun to play for, and they really do get their teams going.
You mentioned the organization. I mean, there's organizations that just roll through coaches, kind of one and done guys, and I mean, 3 of the last 4 now are still doing it. What does that say about kind of what Jeffrey and Howie have been able to do?
Man, they run a great organization. They great together. When you have great work relationships, and then if you have stuff off the field, that's even better. And I see that every day with them. I mean, it just seems like it's fun for them. And I just try to make sure I do my best to help them, because they do everything that they can, to make sure that we have what we need to succeed. And so my give back is making sure I make plays out there for them, and be in this position where we #1 seed. That's the first step of it, and then make sure we handle business so we can get to Arizona, and then go try to win that. But it's gonna start with just the second round of the playoffs. Got to make sure that we come ready to play, and I think we'll do that.
Even though this game, you jumped out to a lead, but it got to the point where it became a grind. Can this help you? Can this help you guys understand what you all need to do, especially a younger player? Down during the course of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was the last 2 weeks is as close as playoff atmosphere as you can be. Like when you in them tight games, man, it comes down to the little things. And I think it's good that we went through some hardships in the last 2 games. The last 2 before we just won this one. This one was even tough. It's not easy in this league, and people get it twisted every week, thinking that, oh man, this team beat this team, so we should beat them since we beat them. It's like, nah, everybody get paid, and we all gotta adjust as we go. And we don't. I mean, even when I was on the losing team, we still had some pride about us. So you don't ever get it wrong. And I always tell the young guys, just block out all that noise of what the media talking about. Just make sure you're ready, because people gonna hit you in the mouth if you ain't ready. And so I just try to make sure we ready. Don't get caught up with all the hype, what people saying, and just make sure we do our job. And I just want to go out, win, lose or draw with us being us, and giving our best shot. So it just comes with the day to day on what we have to do, and we have to block out the noise. So I'm excited, man, because we got a really good team.
Couple more. You have a 2 week.
The journey. Go ahead.
You have a 2-week layoff, but it's kind of interesting because you have 4 teams that, eventually you'll have 4 teams, I think, that you could possibly play. I mean, maybe going back to 2017, how do you spend that first week, like, prepping individually for an opponent that you don't necessarily know?
You know what? We just get sharper on what it is that we didn't do so well on this week, and then when we know what we know, I think that that's when the game plan comes in. Coaches and them might adjust, like go for start looking at teams that we gonna play. Eventually, it depends on who win or lose. But I think for the most part, we just go. What we did 2017 was we went over stuff that we was getting hit on during the year. We started to see that teams came right out and tried to hit us where we was losing. I mean, where we was losing that during the year, and that was a credit to Swartz during that year. And I think that we're gonna do the same thing. Gannon is really good, and Gannon knows where our issues are, and I think he'll have us ready when that time come on whoever we play. But I think this week we just work on some of that stuff.
Consider the journey you had, not just this ship, but the year before. You coached, the players, turnovers, what have you. How special was this championship and this season so far been for this team and for you guys personally?
It's been great, man, just to see that bounce back. Last year it wasn't a good taste at all, even though we made it to the first round of playoffs. But it just made us more hungry, I feel. Like we had a lot of guys that went through that last year, and now they know what that felt like last year, and look where we at. Guys just wanted to get it right. And like Coach said, hey, y'all, now that we done accomplished the goal of getting to the postseason, now we the #1 seed, just know we at the top, and people going to try to knock us down, but we got to stay ready. And I think that's what we're going to do, because It starts with coach, then it starts with the leaders of the team to make sure he passed the message down. And how I show it is how I do in practice, each and every practice, and make sure I don't let nobody get away with some of the little stuff that you tend to let go because of being a good team. It's like, nah, we ain't there yet. When we holding that, when we saying we get in the ring, that's when I'm done. My job is done. So I'm gonna just make sure we be as hard as we can be, but enjoy this. Enjoy the journey.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah.